Welcome to Sit Downs with City Lifestyle, Vegas edition. My name's Chrissy Bound, publisher for Henderson City Lifestyle, here with my counterpart,
Camilla Soleil-Ray with Red Rock and South Vegas City Lifestyle. Welcome.
We have the privilege of speaking with someone whose career has spanned several decades of leadership and innovation in the legal field. He's championed business law and estate planning. He has written, he has taught, he's built, and continues to lead a thriving law firm of almost 35 years here in Las Vegas. Welcome, CEO.
Wait.
But there's more.
There is more, and there is so much more
We're
that
going to
I
have
need.
to embarrass you a little bit here, John. Just a little bit.
And there's so much more that I have to read, everything that he's accomplished in the community and in his field. So you might recognize him with all these accolades, I'm sure. So he was awarded as Best Lawyers in America in 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. He's won Super Lawyer 23, 24, 25. Avo Top Rated Lawyer from 20 to 24. Man, wow. He's an active member of the Wealth Council, Elder Council, Nevada Wealth Council Forum, National Association of Elder Law Attorneys. Oh my God. And it keeps going. A member of the Southern Nevada Estate Planning Council. All organizations are dedicated to fostering excellence in the legal community. Wow. John Michaelson, everybody. John
Welcome to the
Michaelson.
podcast, John.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Michaelson
list.
Law,
Nice to be
yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's such a long list of
Wait,
accolades.
there's something else here too. I was forgetting. He served as a president of the Nevada Wealth Council Forum and general counsel for the Veterans Action Group, a local nonprofit organization. My goodness. Should I go on or is
Good
this
opportunities. It's great. It's a great
I mean,
city
we
to
could
be in.
just like, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for making the time for us.
Thank you.
You clearly have a lot going on.
No. Thank you. And I, when you said that, I just was thinking. It popped in my head about the veterans organization. They really let me in. I started. A friend of mine introduced me to them, and they used to meet at the foundation room over at
Mandalay Bay.
That's a great place to meet.
And they would plan and everything, and they had an amazing organization. I found out that the veterans were paying out of their own pocket for the barricades for the Veterans Day parade.
Oh, wow.
So they have to pay overtime for police protection and things like that, the communications, the barricades, the advertising. They would pay it all out of their own pockets and then hope that their registration fees would give them enough back. And I said, well, maybe what I could contribute. Have you thought of being a nonprofit?
Yeah.
And so they said, we've been talking about that for years. And so we helped them establish a nonprofit or get authorization as a nonprofit. And then with that, Caesars and different, I think, MGM came in and contributed and really just changed the nature of that. So that was
awesome.
The part I'm leaving out is them like years letting me kind of just participate in their meetings and things like that. That's what's great about this city. You just get to kind of participate and jump in, and nice people let you help out, and there you go.
And it's a small town feel, right?
Yeah.
In a big city.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So when however and how much you want to be involved in the community is up to you.
Yeah.
And that's part of your success. I mean, you've been in business for 35 years, Michaelson Law. Like, how does this success come? Like, how did you make this happen?
Well, my dad started the firm here in town. We moved here from the Chicago area, and we lived not very far from here, and I worked at a huge firm. That was a goal of mine, and it was amazing, and those people were so nice to me. But we did work a lot of weekends, a lot of hours, and I thought, I'm not sure that's the lifestyle that I want. So I called my dad up and said, hey, you got any room? And he's like, I have a utility closet. You can go sit there. And, we had to find our own clients and stuff. And so we kind of, grew up. I got to shelter under his organization that's there. And then I kind of grew mine, and we sort of merged them over time. So it's been a good walk.
Yeah, amazing. And you started in Henderson.
We did, actually, at that time, his office was on Flamingo out in more downtown.
Okay.
And then we moved onto Pecos, and then we've moved out to the district in Green Valley, and then we moved to another place from there, and then we just opened up a Summerlin office. So
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's my side of town.
I know. Thank you.
No, thank
Guys,
you.
Saw you the other night at the opening.
I know, and congrats on everything that you've
Yeah.
done. We're so excited to keep the conversation going, and I'm sure Chrissy has a super important question coming your way.
I sure do. Well, we know so much goes into running a business, let alone running a law firm.
Yeah.
So, and there's pain points along the way. If you had to kind of identify as you're going through all these different moves and all these different locations that you've been at, what are some of those pain points that you guys have seen along the way as you were growing?
I was telling my daughter is graduating law school this year, and we didn't think she was going to do that. She was going to do some other things. And I would say one pain point, we were just driving along, and I suddenly remembered that years ago, my dad and me and my sister at the time, because my daughter was much younger, we had a weekend. We decided if we were going to keep the firm or not, if we could even stay in business.
Wow.
And we all, we actually fasted, we prayed, we thought about it, and we said, we kind of had, it just was a profitability issue. It's just hard sometimes to pay the bills and to keep things going. And we decided we were going to keep it somehow, because we had some ideas of different things we could do. We were going to maybe go work for other firms or do something like that. And we just kind of somehow decided to keep it together. And that kind of thing, I think a lot of businesses, they bounce along like that for years. It wasn't like it was one point and we got through it. It was years of challenges. And we kept at it, and I'm really glad we did.
Yes.
Actually. So
are we.
Worked out.
Yeah, so are we.
Yeah.
So how do you stay competitive? Because a lot of these ebbs and flows come with your competition.
Yeah.
So how do you stay ahead of the game? How do you set yourself apart from your competitors?
One thing I think is truly, it sounds like I'm just saying this, I think it's just having amazing people around us, kind people that, that's what life is about, is you sort of combine with other people and they help you. And that expression that we all warm ourselves by fires we didn't create. I'm obsessed with that thought.
I love that.
A great quote.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, we all, a lot of us, we think we did this or we did that. And the truth is, if you really go look at it, everybody has been helped. And even just living in this country, if you live in other countries, you can't do things you want to do. And
I know.
Yeah.
Camilla's from Brazil originally.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. I've been here for almost 13 years, and the differences between what you can accomplish here in America, as to in Brazil or other third world Latin countries.
Yeah.
Is different in many ways, not only taxes, the corruption of the government, the accountability. We don't even have that word in Portuguese.
Yeah.
Accountability doesn't exist. It's responsibility, but accountability comes, a little above. So I'm in awe of, the success that business owners and serious, how serious people are here, how ethical. And so I commend everybody that decides to partner with us, because we know that we are working with the best of the best. So thank you for being a partner in the community.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think one thing that I have a somewhat of a competitive nature, but I over and over again, good people around me help me realize it really isn't. Again, it sounds like I'm just saying nice things, but the truth is there's so much opportunity out there. And I think it's more about you versus yourself. Can you be disciplined? Can you have the faith to see something and see it through? And truly, I can think of many colleagues. I could name names right now, people that have totally helped me along when they didn't need to. I mean, like a lot, helped me along. I think realizing it's not really about beating other people out. It's more about
lifting each other
creating, seeing new opportunities.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say, competition happens at the bottom, collaboration happens at the top.
I believe that.
Right?
I really do.
And likes attract likes.
Yeah.
You are people that you associate with are a reflection of who you are.
Yeah.
So you are this very good, kind man that thinks about other people. You're going to get the same back.
Yeah.
That's just science, quantum physics. That's just how it is.
I really think that. Last night I was at an event and I saw a person who is supposedly a competitor of ours, and we actually hugged each other and high-fived and talked. And it's way more about what you're doing in your office, the way you treat people, the way your systems are, you know. And if you are very successful, it's really not going to inhibit other people. It has a strange way of benefiting other things. And I really believe that, even though I do have my own, I slip into sort of fear mentality sometimes, but
I think that's natural.
Don't we all?
Yeah, everybody does.
yeah.
And it can be tough when you're leading a group of people. It can be intimidating at times, and no matter how long you've been doing it, I think that little fear can always creep up of, am I doing this right? And you know, but you mentioned the people and the culture. You know, what are some of those pillars, if you had to say, in your firm that kind of make up the culture of Michaelson Law?
I think there are people that are experts that I could name a lot of names right there. I think it's just people who care. I think we try to have a culture that we care a lot, and I know everybody says that, so that sounds very generic. We love the things that we do. We try to genuinely do the right thing. We're not cutthroat. We believe in respect internally. We don't have attorneys disrespecting their staff or that kind of thing. And I think there's some long-term people that have blessed our lives. People that have just brought amazing gifts and talents to our company. So
I love that. I think that's wonderful.
I'm scared to name anyone because I'll leave so many out. The list would get long there.
It's all right. It's just we can sense, and I'm sure our viewers and followers can also sense the humility and the humbleness that, you know, and that is a characteristic. Here's a Brazilian word being translated to English. Here's a quality of a great leader. Right? You are humble. You recognize others, and you're right. Nobody has success by themselves. We are all like always pulling each other or pulling each other up, lifting each other up. Yes.
Yeah.
And your team, you and your team, are having conversations with people during some of the most challenging moments of their life. And so, you know, if you were to just meet somebody who maybe doesn't have their estate planning done, or maybe doesn't need some guidance, you know, what would be some of the best piece of advice that you would give someone who's just kind of starting out?
As a client or as an attorney? I guess you're talking about a client.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what would you tell if me or Camilla were to reach out to you? What would you say to us? Some of the best piece of advice would be.
So let me just compliment that question because, like, for example, I don't have family here. I don't have kids. Like, it's so. Do I need a trust? Do I need a plan? Because when all I want to do is, I'm going to leave my wealth to animal shelters or, you know, that's my cause, animals. So do people that don't have family, kids, do they need estate planning? So I guess, you know, can you cover that a little bit?
Yeah. And now we'll get into some of my, I guess, propaganda or doctrine about this. But I will tell you, yesterday, I have to be careful how I say this. I met with a client who told me that this person, I'm trying to be very generic, that their financial advisor had them buy some life insurance and some disability and things like that some years ago when they were very young and healthy and up and coming. And he said this person felt like they were very annoyed at that because they were young and everything. And then some things happened later, and that it was one thing that kind of saved this person's life.
Wow.
And so when they were talking with me about their estate plan, you know, estate planning isn't always something that you have to do. It could be when grandpa maybe is on his deathbed, you know, you might want to save some family fights and do some things, but for the most part, you have to choose to do it. But here's what I think. We do estate planning, but we also do a lot of corporate business type work. And I think people who have their stuff together are just successful in every way. And so I think if you care enough about your family and your legacy to just be an example, like, hey, I feel like I'm pretty young. I don't think I'm going to die anytime soon, but I'm going to try to, I'm going to take care of this while I'm thinking about it. And it gives me confidence and it projects into my life. I just think people who cover their bases and prepare, they build great things, you know, but people that are always kind of putting stuff off or
Winging it.
I call it corner
Yeah.
cutting, winging it, you know, I don't need that. I don't need this. Then sometimes that comes back to bite you, in my opinion. And I've sat with thousands of people over the years, literally thousands of consultations and meetings with people starting businesses and doing things, or partners splitting. And I've been all around that kind of thing. And I really think that overall, if you're prepared and you're thoughtful, then you're going to be more successful.
I love that. 1,000%.
Yeah. So everybody should come and
Yeah.
have a consultation
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
I'll say one more thing on that is that we have, when I started doing estate planning, I thought I'll probably work with older people, but there's disproportionately younger women sometimes. If they have a child, they'll say, you know, I'm divorced now. I've got a 4-year-old son, and you know, I have some insurance and things like that, but I don't want to, if I died, I don't want my ex-husband to be handling this. So I'm young and healthy. I don't think I'm going to die, but they're an example of that. I mean, it's not like we have droves, you know, coming in, but younger professional women do their estate planning more, I think, disproportionately than other people do.
Well, I think we as women, we are also more driven to be caretakers.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we are taking care of who we leave behind when we go. And, you know, you mentioned younger women with children and who are divorced. So in my mind, that is like a natural,
Yeah.
you know, demographic for you.
Yeah. Yep.
So you guys have you've had a lot of growth over all of these years, and obviously the new Summerlin location. You know, what gives you the most excitement for the future of Michaelson Law?
I love that. I think I'm like Jeff, that you guys know. I think it's just exciting to build. It's exciting to just see, we live in this country where we're free to pursue whatever we want.
Amen.
crazy?
You know?
Amen.
I know.
Amen.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just, I was talking to a young person in our church not too long ago, and they said they want to be a doctor. And I thought, isn't that crazy? This person doesn't have a lot of money, that wouldn't have necessarily a ton of connections, but I just thought to myself, because that person thought that, they will probably do it.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do in our business. I just think, okay, maybe we can open another office. What can we do to make Nevada and Las Vegas better? And so
Wow.
that kind of excites me.
I love that. Oh my God, you're so focused on community. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun. I probably shouldn't say this, but you said to be candid. So I'll just tell you, I went to a presentation years ago at a bank. They had a kind of a state of Nevada presentation they did, and they had a speaker who was consulting in Nevada quite a bit, but also in Phoenix. And he described that, you know, Phoenix is like our big brother. Like, you know, they have the Mayo Clinic and everything's just a little bit more developed there. They're medical. And I'm not even originally from Nevada. I've been here a long time now, but I kind of, in a joyful way, I thought, that's a good challenge. I mean, I'm a lawyer. I'm not adding to the medical, but I just want to think, what can we do maybe in terms of jobs, in terms of the attitude of how we do things, the look of our offices, you know, what can we do to just do a little drop in the bucket to make it better? So that inspires me.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, just your attitude, your ambiance is so positive and uplifting. And I have to tell you that whenever I'm around you, I feel that, to Camilla's point, that genuine sense of humility. And I feel like, I don't know, you have a really good uplifting sense to your personality. So, which I really appreciate whenever we're around you. So,
And you know, at your party, we met some people that work with you, and they are all very positive.
Yeah,
They all seem very happy to be at your firm working for you.
They are amazing. We all have our days and our ups and downs, but it is just a joy to work with the people that we do. It's amazing.
well, John, as we wrap up here today, if there was one thing you'd want people to know about Michaelson Law that they may not know, what would it be?
You guys are making me feel so good this morning. I just would say, we love you. We love everyone. I think one thing is we are seen a lot as a estate planning firm, but we also do a lot of business. We do a lot of business corporate work, and I think that's kind of secondary. I think the main one is we love you. We just want to be good. We want to contribute. Hopefully our work, it's not just about our business. It's hopefully our work is inspiring other businesses. You know, we have clients that are in construction. We have a lot of medical people and so forth. And so if we can do our little part to energize people as they're structuring their company, we want, maybe we can help others succeed as well. So
Wow, and see, this is why we do the podcast. It's for our business owners, our partners in the community, to really show everybody who they are, what sets them apart, and why people should come to you for estate planning and business law. Yeah, because you are an amazing human being, you know, and it doesn't matter if you're good at what you do and you suck at being a human being, right?
Yeah.
You are amazing. So we are very honored to have you as a partner in the community.
Well, I'm grateful. And I think there are, you know, as a lawyer, there are people over the years that, and I've been thinking a lot about this lately, that I think for the most part, our interactions are positive.
100%.
But we have, over the years, we've had cases and things where there's people that probably don't think that about me, and that's okay. It's not okay. I want to try to repair that. I want to always do better, you know, and things that we do. And so that's what I try to work on that. So thank you.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you for your positivity.
Aw. Well, we appreciate you making the time for us today. If people want to reach out to you, how can they find you?
Just go to our website. And
what is it?
You know, it's michaelsonlaw.com.
Okay.
And just hop on there and make an appointment. We'd love to interact with you, help any way we can.
And do you have a phone number that you want to share with our people?
Yeah, it's 702-731-2333. And it's just call and ask. Some people have worked with one of our attorneys or another, and they're amazing people. They really are. You met them, and you know, they can always ask for a certain person and when you call in.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And thank you, everyone, for listening and watching. We'll see you guys next time.